now.
Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome. It's Monday night. Yes,
Roland Rat?
and yeah, it's Monday night, and we've actually been able to get back into the workshop because the temperatures dropped below triple.
Was that a Fonz impression?
I think it was Roland Rat.
They are very similar.
That was a very good Roland Rat then, Ted. Actually, I have to say that.
Yeah, it's Monday. We're rolling right.
When he was a copper, people used to take his word very seriously. Don't do that again.
Could just imagine it winding down your window, couldn't you? And he stood outside going, "Don't be too fast there, wouldn't you?"
It's your caster.
Oh, yeah, what you doing? Wait, yeah.
Down the Chippy Banks Championships. We need to get a sponsorship from the Chippy Banks, don't we?
We'll have to make another meme now, as well as slap it on. We'll have to have
Did you just say
sound effects?
Did you just call it a meme?
I think he did.
You mean a meme?
One of them as well.
It's a meme.
So you can go back to the start and you can cut that clip out now, can't you? We're looking at it.
Ted's actually fallen over.
All I can see is Ted mid-Roland Rat on my screen.
Did we break him? Is he broken now?
I think. Oh, that he's back now. I think.
All right, I'll come back.
Yeah.
It's Monday night. Yeah, as I was saying, it's Monday night. We're back in the workshop because the temperature's lower than 3 figures now.
Yeah.
And we're gonna, Monday night is we're gonna do what we do, and we have a giveaway from last week, so go across and comment on last week's video, and we're back, all 4 of us. We're here, cool, and
we're mostly here, but Ted does seem to be freezing a bit now. I have had storms and stuff in my areas, if you excuse the description. So it might be me that's not getting Ted properly. It might be Ted that's not getting Ted properly. So
no, I think Ted's got a bit of a broadband issue going on.
Perhaps Roland's eating through his bandwidth.
Now everybody's freezing at the other end.
Yeah, that's you freezing.
Yeah, it's Ted that's a problem.
Yeah, why is it everything was fine until we started streaming? Then it starts.
Is Mrs. Ted downloading sewing videos again? And I mean, sewing videos.
Sewing, knitting, and fixing Chippendale chairs, I believe.
Sewing, knitting, and no, she says when she said Chippendales, Ted, she didn't mean chairs.
Or them 2 Disney rats, or whatever they were.
No.
Right.
Just don't go down for about an hour. It'll be fine.
Well, good evening, everybody. Don't forget, it's up to you to chat and tell us what to talk about. But in the meantime, we'll zip across to Foxx at the news desk for today's terms and conditions. Over to you.
Hello, sports desk here. Sports ball. I'm not going to make a sports joke. I don't do sports. I'll shut up. Hey everyone. Hello. It is your show. Like Ted says, this is your show. Hang out in the chat. If you're watching this, we do want you to come and join in the chat because we're going to depend on you guys to give us stuff to talk about. We've all got the chat in front of us on various devices and iPads, or Festa's got a 72-inch wide screen, so he reads it like this. Brilliant. I love it. He's like, here is a comment I'm going to read.
Yep. Like a typewriter.
I think you've actually got it writ large in the stars, haven't you, Festa?
I've got it in a big long band underneath my webcam.
He's got a 72-inch but 4-inch high monitor. It's like it's actually one of them little red dot matrix things that just scrolls past.
A ticker tape machine.
Yeah, like in a call centre. 500 calls waiting. Yes, welcome. Oh, those are bad days. Yes, welcome. If you're in chat, hello and welcome. Do come and join the live chat. If you're watching this on YouTube, it's the little box of all the people talking next to the video picture. If you're watching it somewhere else, embedded in the eModels website or somewhere else, just click on the YouTube icon that's down in the bottom right-hand corner down here somewhere. And that will take you to the YouTube. That's the left-hand corner, Festa. Down there somewhere. And it'll take you, that's the one. And it'll take you to...
See, I had to look on my left then. Yeah, you did say left, didn't you?
Somebody just hit the reset button. So yes, do click on that YouTube icon. It will take you to the YouTube page where you can join in the live chat. And you want to join in the live chat,
yes,
because not only are we pulling the winner from last week's giveaway, but because we're not doing a giveaway tonight, it means I was hoping somebody would jump in there.
I've lost track.
Somebody's supposed to go mug time.
Oh,
I
mug
wasn't
time.
listening.
Mug time.
Hang about, I've got a button for that.
Mug
Any
time.
models mug.
Hang on, you pressed button and Professor actually said mug time
Models
in real
mug.
life. Does that mean he's performance control Colin? Realistically.
Absolutely, yeah.
Press the button again, Chris.
I just did it. I only just finished running.
Oh, I didn't realise you actually pressed it. Never mind. Anyway, yes, you want to be in chat because we'll be giving away a mug later on. With the
Models mug. Models mug.
Ian's asking how comes Chris's icons in widescreen. It could be that
Because I'm
he's
better
hosting,
than everybody
mate.
else.
Could be that he's hosting and got the buttons, therefore he appears.
Yeah, he's the big cheese.
That's why I keep freezing, because he's stealing all the bandwidth.
He's sucking up all the bits and datas. So yeah,
It's because I'm wider than everybody else, so I need the wider. I need the estate to take up the. Yeah.
We need to see all the carnage in the background. Yeah, you need a right good tidy up. You do. I don't. It's terrible. So yes, do join in if you want to get our attention. Like I said, we do have the chat in front of us, but we're all really old and we've all got rubbish eyesight, and our iPads and tablets and things are all a long way away. The text is that big. So if you want to get our attention in chat, please do put your comment in capital letters if you're asking us a question. Or if you want to, you can do a super chat, which is the little dollar symbol at the bottom of the chat window. That puts your comment in a coloured box. And then we've got no way to miss it then. It comes up on the big coloured box. But do put your comments, or if you need us to see it in chat, because all we see is a blur of text a long way away.
I've got one of them screen enlargers from KTEL. You hang it on the front of your telly. That's what I've got.
It's actually for a Sega Game Gear. It does that much of a screen. So yeah, put your comments in bold, or as Ted would say. No, I got it wrong. I said bold, didn't I?
Yeah.
I'll shut up now.
It's really going to be one of those.
It's
going well, isn't it?
I think it's going to be a night of everybody pinching everybody else's catchphrases.
Yeah.
Slap it
on.
Hang on, what's Chris's catchphrase?
I don't have a catchphrase. I'm just
You don't have a catchphrase, do you?
No.
Yeah. We've got to. Everybody tonight is going to think of a catchphrase for Chris before we leave.
Yeah, because Ted's got slap it on and hey now as well. Colin's got with an H. Or
with an H or fault handles.
Yeah, well, because it's a thing. I don't know what I've got. What have I got? I just non-stop talking, I suppose.
Yeah, I think yours is episode 7.
No, he's never done that.
Nah. Why venture into the Twilight Zone, Ted?
It's a cockpit. But Chris doesn't have a catchphrase.
Yeah. So suggestions in chat for Chris's catchphrase tonight.
Can I have 5 candles?
5 candles. Doesn't really work though, does it?
Right. Yeah. So now we've had the terms and conditions. We could go across to Festa. First Festa's factoid and Death of the Week.
Oh. Well,
hang about. Which ones are you going to do first? Because I've got a different button to press.
See, now I'm going to confuse you, Chris, because my first one is a fact with a death in it.
Oh, I can't put up both. I can alternate between them, but
yeah. So we'll go for
actually,
the
I can do them both
because
apparently, but that just looks really rubbish.
Yeah, I mean on this very day, the first UK pedestrian in 1896 was killed by a car.
Oh.
You'd have thought you'd have heard it coming.
Yeah, her name was Mrs. Bridget Driscoll of Croydon. While on the terrace in the grounds of Crystal Palace, she was knocked down by a car travelling.
Don't laugh, she got run over.
Oh, mate, yeah, but I've just seen what's written below it. It says, while on the terrace in the grounds of Crystal Palace, she was knocked down by a car travelling at 4 miles an hour.
Well, that was speeding in them days, wasn't it?
It's because it was a yobbo who didn't have the man with the flag in front.
Yeah,
that's why.
4 miles an hour. I mean, it's like there's a car coming. Yeah.
If she hadn't been killed, she would have written a really stern letter to the Daily Mail.
Absolutely. I thought the bloke with a red flag in front of her and the car would have asked her to get out of the way. So that's the factoid for this week. And we got a couple of the old death-a-roonies for you as well.
I'm just wondering, before you move on, I just wonder if that's the first where there's blame, there's a claim.
Yeah, it could have been.
I thought that was a death. I'll put the death thing up.
No, we got the death coming up, mate.
All right, I'll take it off and I'll put it back up again. There we go.
I'm just looking for it. There you go. We got a death on this very day in 1807 at the age of 70. Johannes Nicholas Tettens. Dropped in.
Was that an H?
Yeah, Tettens with a T. He was a German natural philosopher whose empirical approach strongly influenced the work of Immanuel Kant.
Then again, you shouldn't say that. Not with your accent.
Look at the post-it. Yeah. And later in his life, Tettens became interested in mathematics with 2 Fs, especially in natural applications. From 1760, as a teacher of natural philosophy, he wrote on diverse topics and began development of the field of psychology in Germany. And I ain't going to read the book he wrote because it's loads of long words.
Read the book he wrote.
Yeah, all right.
Didn't he write a book, Colin? What was the book he wrote again?
Hang on. Everybody's talking at once.
He wrote a book called Philosophische Virtue über die menschliche Nature und innere Entwicklung.
Oh, right. I wouldn't have.
Oh, that one about Uber. Yeah, I don't know that one. Yeah.
I think I've just broke Foxx again.
Organise Central Wang in the morning, but there you go.
Yeah, I dread to. I'll send Sarge the link and get him to read it out sometime. But yeah, he died. We got another one, Alexander Baturov, who was a Russian chemist. He dropped dead at only the age of 57. And he wrote Theory in Organic Chemistry Structure that was an important step towards the modern understanding of organic chemistry. And he didn't write a book.
But he did.
So, yeah, there you go. That's your factoids and your deaths of the week. And that's some book. I might have to...
That's your new catchphrase. Engelfang?
Yeah, I wonder if that book's on Amazon. Do you think it's on Amazon?
I'll copy and paste it in the Hangout chat.
Yeah, see if you get an reading thing. Yeah.
Oh, mate.
Careful, Ted. Don't do a Google search for Engelwang. You just no.
Yeah,
Engelwang with an H. With a wang.
Good.
Yeah, that was the book.
Philosophical version. Yeah. Oh dear, it's disappeared. I can't read it.
I can't. Can I say it? Philosophische Versuche über die menschliche Natur und ihre Entwicklung.
That's the one.
Terrible. Entwicklung. W's are V's. That's right. Yeah, something like that. There we go.
Yeah.
Das ist richtig.
And it's available on Amazon, number 44266. Oh, I can't read the last number.
Achtung, Granate.
Well,
Deckung geben.
Fish Finger says, doesn't anyone named Bill Smith or something simple ever died? Nah, the whole idea is just to go for the silly names, isn't it? Because I want to break Foxx.
Yeah,
they only ever die when it's Ted's turn to do it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, when it's my turn to do it, none of these foreign scientists die. They're all called Colin or Bill or Fred. Yeah.
That famous Russian scientist, Fred, Bill, Colin.
Yeah.
I kind of shout from Mama Foxx downstairs saying that you're all out of focus, but I think it's just Google Hangout being out of focus.
No, I normally look like this.
So Mama Foxx, it's we can't change that.
Has she put her glasses on?
Yeah, I was going to say she
put her glasses on, Mama Foxx.
Yeah. It's just us. We're all downy, fluffy type, soft around the edges.
Zach says only if it's Herbert Odges with an H.
Herbert Odges Varanovich.
In Thompson, a couple of people say, and that's number Wang.
Absolutely. I just want to break Foxx on air. That's why I go for the long names.
Well, it's either that or fall under the cupboard, so one of them's a lot easier than the other.
Yeah, that was on the mod chat, wasn't
it?
Yeah, so we've seen Colin for the last half hour.
Hello, I am still here, folks. I might have got myself stuck.
I'm underneath the bench.
We're all such good mates. We're live on a YouTube
the thing
broadcast.
is, his cupboard's that small that he goes under the bench. His chair wedges against the door, so nobody can get in to rescue him. So,
but this is live on a live stream podcast, and we're all just sat around laughing ourselves silly while he's like, "I'm on the floor and I can't get up."
It was lucky he was wearing trousers.
I'm looking up, going, I'm so glad my bench cam's at an angle because you don't want to see what view it is.
Yeah. So I think in future what we need is an emergency contact number for Mrs. Fester.
I was like a tortoise on the back of its shell, mate. It was like, really?
Is that Mrs. Fester? Can you just pop in and pick his ass up?
Oh, I had it when I shut my head under the door.
I can't get in. There's some big lump stopping the door opening.
My boy had to come in and rescue me. He's like, "Hey, you got under there?" But what he did is he made sure he took a photograph, even on his phone, so he could send it to his mates. Look at the state my dad's got himself in.
Yeah, but the worst thing is though is when they find you like that and you're covered in all the envelopes and mail that they push through the door. Like, how long have you been there?
All the junk mail sat over here.
How long have you been there? I don't know, but I really want a cup of tea.
Your wife trying to open the door. She's like, well, something stuck behind the door.
Give it a kick.
A new credit card, give it over.
Oh, I do get myself into some
do, don't you?
states.
That's why we love you, Colin.
Absolutely. Ian's saying, bring back the modcast. Yeah, we will do another one. It's just getting us all together in the heat in it at the moment, mate.
Yeah. Talking of which, I had great plans last week for doing lots of work on the Millennium Falcon. It didn't happen because of the not Arctic temperatures. Yeah. I take it you guys struggle with the heat as well in your man cave.
Yeah. Well, I'd set off to do wonders, and my computer shut down.
It's like, no thanks, JPEG.
Then it was thunder and lightning. Nothing worked. Even the Sky Telly went off. It was all flickering and.
You mean the internet went down, the telly went down? Did you have to talk to Mrs. Ted?
Yeah, that's it. We nothing. Yeah, we just.
I mean, I've got the big industrial fans in here, but when you're trying to film, you can't have them on because of the racket they make. So it's like,
unless you're doing voiceover filming, which you can get away with. Yeah. But yeah, so I had big plans last week to catch up on the Millennium Falcon build for eModels. That didn't happen. And then I had big plans to do it today, but then I had to rearrange the kitchen all day, which was fun. So, yeah.
Modelmaking Fish Fingers is asking Colin, who's that famous magician again? Is it Ariudini?
Ariudini.
That's just. We'd all just say Ariudini.
Ariudini.
That's the word.
Ari with an H. Ari.
No, it's no H.
He spelt it right though. I mean, that's his name, isn't it? Ariudini.
I don't know what. I don't know.
Well, he's missing an O off of Houdini. It's Houdini, isn't it?
Houdini,
yeah. Houdini. I think technically he wasn't a magician either. He was an escapologist.
That's the very one. I'm so glad you said that.
See, in a lot of ways, like you two Southerners have a similar thing to Ted, whereas because Ted's from Cumbria, the letter O actually has about 3 syllables in it. But because you guys are down south, when everything's got like a double O, it's actually like 5 O's in the line. Houdini.
Sproglu's got a question to Mama Foxx. Who's got the most points now, Chris or Colin?
We know it's Colin. We know
Mama
Colin's
Fox's favourite, mate. I love it.
It's never going to change. If we ever get a fourth, if we ever
get a fourth,
I made back a couple of points when the weeks Collins wasn't here, but then he's come back and he's got all back again.
Ted's still got a wibble on, mate, because I'm Mummy Fox's favourite, mate.
Yeah, well, Ted just said if we ever get a fourth, so who counts as nobody? Who's your least favourite child, Ted?
Who's going to leave? Was that a Freudian slip?
Mama Foxx said there's half a point between Chris and Colin, and Colin's in the lead.
Oh, I didn't realise I was that close, to be honest.
See, what dropped you out the running, mate, was your poor and shoddy performance with the factoid, mate.
Yeah, but what dropped you down only half a point ahead, Colin, was your lack of presence when he had to do your...
I know, I was on the naughty step, but hopefully I'll be redeemed. I may bribe Mum and Fox with favourite sustenance.
Yeah. Fudge. She likes fudge, just not like ghost chili fudge. That didn't
not like 2 kilos of fudge, then.
She'd happily eat 2 kilos of fudge, because I can't eat fudge anymore, so...
Ah, there you go.
But not ghost chili fudge, because that hasn't been touched. She's had about that much of that, and it's still in the jar untouched.
Scaly Models, Dad's saying that he's had a Mama Fox hug.
Yep, Dad at Scaly Models has actually met
I've had a Mama Fox hug. I'll get one eventually, mate.
Yeah, but that doesn't put you up in the running anything. I'm afraid Mama Fox hugs don't count. It doesn't count towards your Brucey bonus.
Brucey bonus. Yeah, I love you, right? You didn't do well.
What he's not telling us, he's got a spreadsheet here and he's got all the points and everything and statistics worked out.
He's got pivot tables and everything on that Excel spreadsheet. Oh, pivot tables. Oh, you beauty. Oh.
I can work out the odds of somebody taking over your spot, yeah.
Yeah, but you know, if Tony Fairclough comes on, mate, he'll be Mama Fox's favourite.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'll lose out, but I won't have a bottom lip like an half-inflated thingy like yours, Jed.
Yeah, Tony.
Is that half inflated? Yeah.
Half, yeah, half.
Off.
ARF.
Speaking of Mama Foxx, we did last week get told off, didn't we, at the end of the programme, because we didn't do belly and bench.
No, did we not?
Yeah, we didn't do belly and bench, so it's sort of...
You didn't do belly and bench. That's points off of you then, isn't it?
Oh, well, yeah, I'm in charge here. I can do what I want. And if I want to change the running off...
I love defiant Ted.
See, technically, I've always got the most points because I'm the one that makes her the brews occasionally, from time to time.
Yeah.
And the dinner.
Mum's little soldier.
Yeah, so I'm not really in the running. I don't count. I'm always the best. I'm the most favouriteist, obviously. But after me, because I make the dinner and the tea.
That's when your mum comes up and goes, "No, you're not."
Yeah, I'm probably
because you didn't do a factoid.
Yeah, don't be so much shouting.
Yeah, the thing is now, I understand that from what we were talking about at the start of the show before we went live, that you'll be wanting to make all the teas now because you've got a new ping dipong.
Ping pong.
A ping tea? You mean a pop tea ping?
That's one of them memes, isn't it?
Yes, we got a new microwave today, so I've spent today cleaning out the kitchen to get this new microwave that's bigger than the old one, because we had an old one that worked fine, but it was like that big, and we realised when we couldn't even bake a potato in it, like, yeah, this microwave's too small now. So Mama Foxx is like, Amazon, I've ordered a new microwave. There you go. So we're setting up that today. It's got buttons and.
Have you peeled the plastic off of it?
I let Mama Foxx do that. I started it off for her, so there you go. She went, no, I said, do it. She went,
no, you can't. You've got to wait until it bubbles up and falls off.
No.
Oh, no.
Like when you get a remote control, you have to peel it off.
I've got an 8-year-old Blu-ray player in there, and it's still got plastic film on the LCD.
Oh, don't go and peel it off now. Go on.
No, it's staying on there, mate.
See, our friend George, we all have our friend of all of us who lives in the US, George. He's a devil for that. Apparently, he's shown us photographs. He's got TVs that have still got all the wrapping on them and the stickers because he doesn't want to peel them off.
Yeah,
he's had them for years, and it's like all the film on the thing, all the stickers. Oh, the shops. Oh, I don't understand that. You've got to. There's nothing better than when you get remote control that has a little screen on it as well, because then you get cover for the and you get the separate one, and you're like, oh, that's so good.
Yeah, but then do you try to put it back on?
No, that's
why would you put it back on? Why would you do that? No, don't. No.
Just because you can try to put it back on and get it as smooth as it came off.
I tried to get it to stay on for as long as possible. It's one of them, yeah. It's
no. I'll peel it off.
There we go. Question to chat. How long do you leave the protective film on?
Wait, on electrical goods, obviously. Let's just get that on. Domestic goods. Let's just add some clarification to that one because that could go horribly wrong. Family friendly. Family friendly.
Look at the post-it. I can do this.
David Butch, that model, says, who also has met Mama Foxx. Although David Butch, that model, met Mama Foxx and was here at the same time as Dad from Scaly Models, Dad got a Mama Foxx hug and Dave didn't.
Yeah. Did Dave try for was he denied it?
Was he left hanging?
I bet he went out and slammed the door behind him, did he?
No, to be fair, Scaly Models got the Mama Foxx sort of like the day before or something. So, but yes, he says, and we see Mama Foxx's Christmas tree, and you only get to see that if you're allowed in the parlour. We're not that northern. We don't have a parlour. It's a living room, lad. Not that northern.
That's right, posh that is, having a parlour for Sundays.
I'm not living in 1957,
Yeah, and you've got the antimacassars on seats and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
Right, we've cunningly got answers to those mixed in with belly and bench, so that's going to make reading them interesting. We have B3, B cubed technically, but you couldn't find the little cubed icon. It says belly, giant hot dogs on a brioche rolls with onion chili jam. Bench is back working on hover blades.
Mm-hmm. The Sprugloo says till it drops off.
Yeah.
Sarah Jane's still got the wrapping on the screen edges of her telly. Good girl.
It's not natural.
I've still got the original sticker on it with all the blurb on it saying what it does and all of that lot.
Is that in case you forget?
Yeah.
Paul Line says you have to peel them off straight away. It's like popping bubble wrap. It has to be done.
But if you leave all the stickers and things on, it looks like you've just stolen it. If a policeman calls, it looks like you've just stolen the telly. Oh, where you got that from?
You got the receipt? Yeah, it's framed on the wall.
B3's got a brilliant one. He says his missus thought she had cracked the screen on her 18-month-old phone, only for him to discover she hadn't taken the protective film off. Priceless.
Michael Jackman says, bench, nothing. Having a break now the 32nd scale Fighting Falcon is done. Belly double quarter pounder with cheese, egg meal. I don't know what that means.
Large meal.
Large, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, large. Large meal and apple pie.
Oh, nice.
Anders Ericsson says, protective film gets off at once. Part of the unwrapping for me.
Yep.
It's got to be done.
Tim Young, I left mine on my phone for a month. Thought I'd scratch the screen, but it's just a film. Don't rock climb with a phone. That seems like good advice to me.
See, I was lucky. The last time I haven't had a screen on my iPhone because I've got my iPhone. My phones are always in like a wallet kind of holder.
Yeah.
But, when I didn't have one of those, I was lucky because I worked with the guy who put protective films on cars. So I got a Venture Shield protective film on my iPhone. It lasted me like 3 years, and took it off after 3 years, and it was perfect. And it was much better than the normal screen protectors you get.
Dave says Belly was ham and pineapple pizza.
Ham.
And Bench is a tiny little Churchill tank.
Can I just point out, I don't know where that comment is, but can I just point out, oh yeah, it is. He did say about ham and pineapple pizza in support of Scott's challenge. Pineapple pizza is always correct.
Yeah, we had pizza tonight. We went to Asda for pizza, but we bling our pizzas up that we get from there. We put all sorts on it. When we get home, the goat
licorice ones. What?
Yeah. Got the mozzarella and things like that.
So when you say you put all sorts on your pizza, you don't mean
not licorice all sorts.
Okay.
That would be wrong. Yeah.
Model Making Fish Fingers says, Belly, the wife is on her way with pasta of some sort. I have no idea exactly what. Bench still on the big ship.
Oh.
Mystery pasta night. There's nothing better.
Osric and 5760 scale models are both for the Peel It Off Immediately club. Yep.
Peel it off immediately. Osric also says, Belly meatballs in tikka sauce. Bench painting the tribe. Hang on. EI is
Triebflügel.
Yeah, EI is E, so it's Triebflügel. I keep forgetting EI or IE, which is E. Triebflügel. And HM Scale Modelling says, spaghetti bolognese with mixed salad and a glass of red wine. Very civilized. Bench aircraft carrier USS Saratoga. Actually, I have the USS Saratoga here. Very dusty. Oh God, that's dusty. It's not the right USS Saratoga, but it is a USS Saratoga.
Yeah. That's not an aircraft carrier. That's a spaceship.
His wife and everything. There you go. That's a bit of a Star Trek joke. Never mind. Moving on. DS9.
Bill Hubbard says he's building a Tamir F-15C in 1/32 scale.
What's on his What's his belly though?
It says nothing at the moment. There's no comment about the belly. He just says it's good, but not as good as the F4UD Corsair was.
Edward Leonard says belly Kobe beef burgers. Ooh, that's the cows fed quality rice wine, isn't it? Japanese beef. They're given like lovely beer and stuff, and you can taste it in the. Apparently, I'm making that up. I'm just pulling it out my backside. I've lost it now. We've got Kobe beef burgers with sauté mushrooms and onions at bench. You don't care. Lol, nothing really.
Wouldn't it be easier just to marinate the steak in it anyway?
Well, apparently the idea is that if I remember right, I could be wrong, but if I remember rightly, it's something to do with they're given a particular they're given beer or something or sake or something in their diet, and it changes the flavour of the beef. It doesn't. It's just poncy nonsense.
It's something like that. Yeah.
It's just beef. You put it in your mouth, it's happiness.
Eric says that's what's wrong with Ted. Nobody's taken the protective film off him.
That's another live stream. That's for adults.
Yeah, that's the after hours. That's an after hours live stream.
Lee Barrett says, bench your 116 SWAT officer, Billy pasta. Yeah, pasta. What sort of pasta?
Robert Yarrow says, hi guys, do you have any tips on painting 1/35 figures faces? It's so hard. I can't remember if when I did, because obviously this is the eModels show, I did a build of the what I call the Imperial Skitter, the AML90 Tacom AML90 kit, and I put some Warhammer figures in it. I think I might have shown painting the face in those because those are almost 1/35 scale. I think I showed it, but I'm not sure. Have a look and see. I can't remember what I put in the playlist.
Yeah,
so on the eModels channel, click on playlists, created playlists, and it'll be in next. Attack on 135th Panhard, AML 90 Imperial Skip.
I think I did some 1/24 scale figures as well for the submarine, so it might be worth having a look at where it would be in the sort of the film playlist. I don't know, but I am planning to do some painting of figures. One thing about painting 1/35th figures though is you don't need to be that fussy with 1/35th because they're really tiny, especially when it comes to eyes. People do them. They do them with their eyes and things like that, but yeah, you don't have to be that fussy with them.
My golden tip, the way I do them, is I never paint the eyes. I just use a red or brown shade in the eye socket in the recess, because then when you see them from a distance, if you look at a photograph of someone, like they tend to just have shadow where their eyes, you don't always see the eyes. So when you've got a dude on top of a tank and he's doing something, you take a photograph of it where they've just put some shade into the eyes or a wash into the eye area, it looks fine. You don't actually have to. I actually think it looks better sometimes without the eyes painted. Unless you're doing close-up shots of the person's face. If it's a shot of, say, a vehicle and there's a guy on top of it doing something and you've lit it.
Especially if it's going to be on display on a shelf 6 foot high, no one's going to see it.
Yeah, so unless you're doing close-up macro shots of the face of the dude, or you're an amazing painter, sometimes painting eyes can just make it worse. Don't bother. Just get
Tim Young does say about figure painting, eModels have the Vallejo face painting set, which includes a step-by-step guide and all the colours needed.
I could give you a really simple guide and list of colours for painting faces in the sort of the tabletop style, but eModels don't yet have the full Citadel paint range in stock, so I can't do that yet.
I've got the live colour paint set, which I use for all my figures.
Yeah, I've got the Vallejo face painting set.
Where are we up to?
Ian Douthwaite, Billy.
Yes.
Cumberland sausage.
Cumberland sausage.
Cumberland sausage.
Is that the curly whirly one?
Yeah, that's a big book. Yeah, get it in a pound and usually get the pound on your plate. Pound of Cumberland sausage, please. Red onion gravy and mash. Billy, a bench Italeri Scania. Scania Highline 124.
Yeah, Scania. Is it good?
Yeah, that's a truck.
It's a truck. Yeah, it's Mario. Right, fans. Belly, cheese, and onion cobs.
That's going to become a button, isn't it?
A bench new cutting mat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Will it be within the week till you spill glue on it, or just over a week?
Yeah, give it 5 minutes.
Yeah,
it's going to happen.
Yeah, but you might as well mop it up straight away, and because if you don't, you're going to lose the stripes anyway and just go bubbling.
Ask Ted how he knows. Go on.
Yeah, my tip for keeping your mat nice and clean is to have your nice clean mat and have a little cheap crappy one that is your painting mat that you put down and get covered in paint.
Yeah,
wrap it in clean film.
Yeah, but it still doesn't work because you put things over one side out the way and you still don't come over.
Or then you use some pigment and then that's your mat forever.
Yeah.
Bill Hubbard comes back with his belly. He says, "Oops, belly. Smoked brisket on the big green egg. I didn't mention it because I hate to brag."
Oh. On a big green egg?
What? I don't know what the big green egg is, but the smoked brisket sounds nice.
Hang on, I'm lost now. Where are we up to?
Graham McRobert in the belly. He's got a mackerel that he caught today with a side salad. Nom nom.
We missed a load out, I think. Anders Eric
says fresh mackerel. Brilliant.
Oh, yeah. We've missed a load out. Paul Di Tommaso says bench, a huge mess. Belly, spaghetti and garlic bread with cheese. And Anders Ericsson says bench on hold. This is the first time we've not had an update on the pans. On hold. That means you've either finished it or you've given up the will to live. One of the two. Too warm to sit there. Belly, pasta carbonara for lunch tonight. A couple of sandwiches with meatballs and cheese and coffee. Diet.
Paul Lyons, belly, sweet and sour chicken with egg fried rice, chicken chow mein, crispy shredded beef, barbecue ribs. Oh, what a haul.
I know.
Bench has just started weathering a 135th Piba.
Is that a little boat?
The Piba's the Vietnam riverboat.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
Tim Young, belly, chicken and chorizo kebabs with paprika potatoes. Bench, you'll enjoy this. A Finnish Air Force Polikarpov 115 bis and 2 Aeronval AU1 Corsairs, all in 1/44 scale.
I'm still trying to find out where we're at.
Spruglo Addict's got sea bass with Jersey potatoes and salad. Bench is a pile of ironing. Are you weathering it?
I found out where we are, and I've seen we've done the few underneath of that.
Yeah,
I don't know where we got to.
Yeah, I think with the pile of ironing on the bench, that's the hint that you can't do any more modelling until it's done.
Yeah, that's the most unsubtle of subtlest of hints.
Making models. Hey Carl says belly with salad. Prepping a space on the bench for the any cubic photon that gets delivered tomorrow. Then we've done Bill Hubbards, who carried in. And Emma Jane Young says belly. The punctuation people. She says belly chicken. Belly chicken and chorizo kebabs with new potatoes. Tim made it and it was so yummy. Bench, Meng, Lancaster, Master Box 135th and Engage at 1/144th, working cottage dioramas with flowers and veg patches.
Oh,
Very civilized and sounds very golden era England, doesn't it?
Yeah. I have a Miss Marple riding around on a bike.
And now I've got a runaway rocking horse in my head.
Sarah Jane's got an Airfix 170 second scale Nakajima B5N2, Kate on bench, and King Prong Risotto in the belly.
No.
I see we've got 05 Council Plays has just got here and is brand new. Welcome, grab a seat, sit down and tell us what you're eating.
Yeah, we want to know what's on your bench, what you're working on, and what's in your belly, what have you had for your dinner, what are you having for your dinner. We don't actually care about the bench bit, really. It's the food we talk about. And I'm on a low-fat diet now, so I really love talking about everybody else's high-fat food.
Oh, yeah, well, you love Andrew Preston.
It's from happiness to torture in the space of a week.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Large Yorkshire pud with six sausages and brown sauce. But did you have onion gravy with it?
Onion gravy.
Bench still on with the Airfix Typhoon Cardo.
Lee Barrett says penne with garlic and onion tomato sauce.
Stew Pot saying Benny.
Is this like Top Cat? Hey, Benny, hey.
You're only reading out loud, Carl. It can't be that hard. Belly is lasagna. Bench, he doesn't have one. He's still building the man cave. Boo-hoo and Whipple.
Building a man cave.
Yeah, he's building a man cave.
Let's have a look. Sprue Glue says flesh tones.
Yeah.
Stewpot says, I've done that one. Donald Kennedy says 90 rifles green colour.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know colour for the green rifles. I think it would probably be a dark green, sort of.
Was it green?
Yeah.
I was going to say it's green.
Rifles green colour. I think that's an Irish regiment, so it'll be a very dark green.
Is this modern or World War II or I don't know what, World War One? Or...
I think it's, if I'm thinking right, it's probably a Napoleonic type thing.
Oh God, I have no idea. I was going to say there's probably like a colour pack, but
something like a refractor.
Is this like the Sharps rifles thing?
Yeah, that sort of thing. Yeah, I'm sure that's the sort.
That would be very, very dark green then.
Yeah.
Dunkelgelb. Emma Jane Young says, Paul the cat, belly. What? Paul the cat, belly, whiskered. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Paul the cat.
Paul the cat, belly, whiskered. Okay, I've got it now. Use your punctuation, people. It's really confusing when it's tiny text.
Don't forget, you are getting marked. People do get marks and they get results back.
Remember, your text is really small and a long way away. It's really hard for us.
We are men of a certain age.
Go through the text after each show and mark it with a red pen and cross out.
If you could just do it like a telegram and put Paul the cat, stop. Belly, stop. I actually sent one of my friends an actual telegram once because he used to sing at work and he was terrible at singing. So I actually found a place that still did telegrams and I sent a thing saying, "Dear Paul, stop. Please, stop." That was it. Took 2 weeks to get there and the joke had died by then. Worth every penny. Emma Jane Young says, Paul the cat, belly, whiskers chicken flavour and bench attacking mummy. Emma's German tank crew at rest figures, Master Box 135. So obviously Paul the cat is helping. Now we have a friend called Paul and he's a right pain in the bum sometimes and a real disruptive element. So it sounds about right. Clearly.
Quano Man saying, "Hi all, I just got home from a spicy nut hunt."
Yeah,
okay.
do we need to know any more about that? Yeah.
Might keep the crinkle wrap on like Ted, says Spring Glue.
Bill Hubbard has a question. Says, do you guys have any brilliant suggestions to prevent paint peeling from masking? Is that when you put masking over the top of paint and it's peeling when you're removing the masking? Because Foxx is good at that, telling you how to do that.
I have an enormous roll of tape to demonstrate it. There's two things you need to do. First of all, use a primer.
This seems like a question that was sent in earlier. He's one prepared earlier.
I just have to have a roll of tape. Yeah, there's two things, well, three things.
I've got a roll of that tape.
Yeah, first of all, 3M 33, 34.
Painter's tape, isn't it?
This is actually from my detailing days. You use it to mask.
I've got that roll of tape. It's very similar.
Well, I got the 34, and it was the wrong one, so I had to order some extras. Anyway, yeah.
I can't read the numbers. It's too small.
When you're masking off, first thing to remember: always primer. If you ever wonder if you should prime the model first, the answer is always yes. If you put paint straight onto plastic, it doesn't grip the plastic, and when you pull the tape off, it's going to take paint with it. So always put a primer coat down first. When you have painted the model, if it's acrylics, give it at least, or any paint, give it at least 24 hours to cure before you put masking tape on. If it's Tamiya paints, you can mask straight over those. If it's acrylic paints, you can usually mask straight over those, but if you're ever not sure, put a matte coat over them, just a varnish coat, just to protect them first. Some paints are quite delicate. Ammo by MIG paints aren't particularly durable. Citadel paints, if you spray them on, are very easily removed, so they don't take masking well. So primer coat, if you want to put a matte varnish down, you can, but you don't have to. But the big trick is when you're pulling the tape off the model, first of all, use good proper model making masking tape. I would strongly recommend you don't use decorators tape from B&Q or Homebase. You use proper Tamiya masking tape. It's by far the best masking tape there is. There are other ones available in model making. It's low tack. If I put this 3M stuff on a model, it would take the paint off and the primer because it's designed to go on real life cars. It's not designed to go on models. This stuff is designed for models. So primer coat, always use primer. Get your tape off. First thing you do is you put it on your arm, or you put it on, that's painful, or put it on your trouser leg, like that, and you just detack it a little bit. It takes a bit of the stick off, or you can put it on your workbench and you can put it flat on the workbench and peel it up. It just takes a bit of the stick off. Put it on your model, burnish it down. The major trick is that when you take the tape off, you don't go like this. You don't just pull it up. The way you take the tape off is you pull it back on itself like that. You never pull up, you pull back. This is a bad tape to demonstrate with. Don't ever use this tape. What you do is if you pull up, you're putting a shear force on the paint that pulls the paint up like that. If you pull it back on yourself, you're pulling the paint that way and it's less likely to buckle and come off the surface. So always pull the tape back on itself. That's the mechanical thing you need to do. So always use a primer. Detack, use the proper tape, detack the tape, and then pull it back on itself. Don't pull up. There you go. And let your paint cure. Next.
Oh, is he finished? It's all right. I was reading.
Yeah.
Accounts.
Yeah. So that, folks, is how you.
Yeah, you go.
Yeah, we messed that one up now.
Yeah, but 99% of the time, it's because people are using crappy masking tape that they bought from the hardware store that you don't want to use. Use proper model making tape because acrylic model making paints are not that durable compared to the household paints.
Yeah.
There has been some talk about the red pot lid. People have been saying, where is it? Anders has just said, I've caught a glimpse of the orange lid behind Ted. He does a good job of hiding it normally.
Yes, yeah. I wondered if anyone had seen it.
Sometimes he hides it abnormally.
Yeah, but then you never see it.
Yeah, I don't know what we're up to on chat though.
There was lots of talk about stuff going on, but yeah.
Yeah, I was just I'm looking for an answer to a question that we'll get down to it shortly. Anyway, we're moving on. Zad said he's had the first crop from the tomato plants today, and as a really ours haven't turned red at all yet. So we still gonna have to do green tomato chutney, I think.
We've had the first harvest from the moth plants. Endless moths for the last 2 months coming in this house. Holdy Tomasa says, wait, I'm not a pain in the butt. We didn't mean you, Paul. Yeah. our mate Paul, who's chaotic. How would you describe Paul, Chris? Chaotic good?
I'm not allowed to use words like that on a live stream.
Chaotic good. Yeah. I use tape at work to say, do not touch NSI tape on a submarine is the end of argument, says Donald McKenzie. You know what that is, Ted, don't you? NSI tape? Being an ex-submarine making person.
MSR tape?
NSI.
No. So I don't mean anything to me.
Clearly you make rubbish submarines then.
Paul Lines has got a good question in there.
We use gaffer tape.
Paul Lines has got a good question. Who or what got you into model building, and what sort of age were you?
I do prefer the one underneath that from Spruglo, which is a direct question to Mama Foxx. What's the naughtiest thing that Foxx has ever done?
Oh, yeah.
This is where Mama Foxx starts bringing out the pictures of Foxx as a baby.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can send them to us. That'll be fine.
Thankfully, the only existing picture of me as a small child is I'm quite adorable. So,
when did that stop happening then?
Yeah, aged 4 weeks or something. Yeah. So, what goes into model building? What are you guys saying on that one?
I don't know. I think I just evolved into it. Really, I always tell a tale of building a Lancaster bomber with my dad when I was a kid that was so young I can't remember how old I was. And after that,
I should be back in a moment.
Yeah, with me it was my granddad and my uncle.
Oh, Foxx has got to get pictures of himself as a child.
They had a man cave set up where they used to do all their World War II planes and stuff like that. And that's kind of what got me into it, because I just found it interesting.
Yeah, I definitely remember doing planes and tanks and things as a kid, but, sort of 8 or 9 maybe. But
yeah,
only did it for a bit and then sort of came back to it a few years ago, really.
Yeah.
For me, it was a bit like Chris. I used to make models when I was a little kid. From being 2 or 3 years old, I just made stuff, but I used to make them and play with them. I didn't paint them; I just built them and played with them. And when I was about 9 or 10, my dad said, "Right, if you're going to make models, I'm going to take you to the model shop. We're going to do it properly." And he took me and bought me a Russian Tamiya T62A and a set of paints to paint it. And that started me off. Then he said, "If you're going to do it, you can do it properly and not just play with them." About 10, I think about 9 or 10 then, and that started me off. Yeah. Mama Foxx has replied, by the way. Thank God. She says, the naughtiest thing I ever did was try and throw my maths book away into the skip at school. I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, you see, mums remember everything.
Yeah.
I'm just going back to a question that got posted in the chat there from Graham McRobert. He says, where can I get a copy of ship's blueprints with measurements? I'm trying to find on the internet the name of a guy that does them, but you can get them from the Maritime Museum.
Yeah.
It depends what ship you want. And sometimes depends what, you can ask them for the copy of the ship's drawings, but you might get the ship's drawings as it was drawn and not as it was built, which is two different things.
Yeah, you might get the pre-built, the plans, because they don't always stick to plan, do they?
Yeah, they'll draw the plans out, and then the foreman will come along and think, "Oh yeah, we can have the ladder over there instead of there. We'll move it." So you get your difference. But I can't find the name of the chap.
I can't believe you passed on a chance then, Ted, to go, we're going to need the skip for that. Let's just move it
that's
I need the extension ladders for that one.
Yeah. When we used to do it in the shipyard, we didn't have CAD CAM. It was sort of the days before computers and things like that, and we used to build the ship out of wood. Not quite like Nelson, but you used to build compartments of a ship or a submarine out of wood.
This is why British nuclear submarines are garbage.
Yeah. So you could go down to the pattern shop, and they'd built everything. Even the telephone was built out of wood and things like that. So you could measure distances between one cabinet and another one.
Yeah, but I bet they didn't have a bloke sat on the toilet with an iPhone, did they?
No, they didn't think of things like that. But that's how we used to build. That's how we used to build our ship.
Where are we? Great Lem says, good evening all. Just heard Foxx talk about masking tapes. Absolutely spot on and correct. Thank you very much. Zatster says, baby Foxx with a beard and a baseball cap. Pretty much. No, it's actually the earliest photograph I can remember me is actually taken in Pontins in Blackpool. And it's 1978 or 9, and I'm stood there looking at the camera. I've got really bright blonde hair in a kind of 1970s MB Games box art mop, like every kid had in the 70s. I've got a stripy top, like this kind of polo shirt with stripes, and I've got a pool cue in my hand because I'm playing on the pool table in Pontins in Blackpool. And there's a Boot Hill video game cabinet behind me. And I remember playing Boot Hill for days and days and days because that was the bee's knees in those days.
We're going to carry on. Yeah, I've just heard my comment.
Russell Williamson says Jane's defense books are excellent.
Yeah, they're good for photo reference, but not much good for building plans and things like that.
Do keep in mind, of course, there's only so much you can get. For more recent vessels, you can't get those kind of blueprints because some of them are still in active service and therefore.
Yeah, some of them, they classify them, don't they, for X a number of years.
Yeah. Sometimes you'll find if you want to build a modern warship or something like that, there are companies out there, kit building companies, that will produce them. I don't know how they do it, but something like hull plans or hull lines, you can get them. They're usually pretty easy to obtain from the Maritime Museum, even on a modern regular ship.
Andrew Preston answers the question about what got you into modelling. He says, my dad did a repair job at the Airfax factory and came home a few days later with a box of 124th Hurricanes and James Bond Moonrakers. So everyone on our street got into modelling. So Airfix in them days was so cheap, they paid their labourers with model kits.
Yeah.
A tradition they've carried on to the present.
Yeah, and if they wanted a bonus, they left the flash on.
Yeah. Can you come in and repair this roof for us? That'll be £7,000. We'll give you some model kits.
Yeah.
You need to skip that.
Graham M was obviously a shipwright probably in the shipyard at the same time I was. 1/10 scale lofting, that's a trade in itself. It's where he started out his shipwright apprenticeship. Yeah, I used to go at them all loft.
Yeah. Aldrich 9000 says Kagero Publications make good books of plans. Kagero or Kagero?
Yeah, it just depends what you want to build and what sort of ship, what sort of era, and what you want to build. Yeah.
Donald McKenzie says our submarines are the best you'll ever get. Ted knows because he built them.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't you, Ted? Honestly, you can't tell us any more than that because you'll have to kill us. But Ted made all the secret things. He can't tell you how he.
Yeah, I can tell you I worked on the AVCAT department, the AVCAT room on HMS Invincible. That's the bit that pumps all the aviation fuel up. So
is that the one that crashed on the way out and broke it?
Yeah.
Shh. HMS Invincible clunk. Oh.
Yeah, that's not my spanner rattling in the hull of Repulse, by the way. It's not my.
David Butcher That Model says that submarines are the safest form of travel. There's a lot more planes at the bottom of the sea than subs stuck inside of a mountain.
Absolutely.
Now, Ted, in the engineering world, in the aircraft engineering world, the worst sound you can hear, which is also one of the most beautiful sounds there is the sound of dropping a bolt or a nut into a turbine. So what's the making a submarine equivalent?
Yeah.
It's a beautiful noise that will strike you with fear if you hear it.
Yeah, I think they blew the bearings once on a generator on a submarine and had to cut a hole in the side of it.
Oh.
To get it out.
You were like, I wonder where that spanner was.
Yeah, spanner. It's got Ted's name engraved in it.
Property of Ted J.
Yeah. Scratched on the side. Ted was here.
If not, please don't give back to Ted because it's not his. Yes, but if anybody's interested, after the show, do go on YouTube and look up.
A great sound was the turbines on Invincible starting up because they were Concorde engines.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it used to be sat in the engine room and they'd fire them up and you could hear it winding up.
Is that for the power generation or is that for?
Sorry.
What are the turbines for on a submarine for power generation?
Yeah. Invincible was the aircraft carrier, but on a submarine, it's steam powered. Submarines are steam powered. Yeah, so driven by steam.
I've got either the engine sound effects in my head.
Yeah, this steampunk sub going along.
Yeah, but if anybody gets a chance after the show, do pop on YouTube and look up. I don't know what you search for, but like bolt in a turbine engine. It's one of the most beautiful sounds. It is a beautiful sound. It's this. I can't explain it. It's just a fantastic sound, but it's also career stopping for an engineer. So it's like the worst sound I've ever heard.
Imagine it's a bit like sort of a high-pitched church organ, I suppose, with because they're pretty well balanced, didn't they? Turbine blades and that. So I can imagine
it's actually like the most beautiful. It's like sort of. I can't explain it. It's like the most beautiful rainmaker sound.
like an harp.
It's like a thumb piano with a million thumb piano bits.
Mm.
It's very pretty, but it's also the worst sound ever an engineer can hear.
Yeah, it's like.
In Darthwaite says, was that the Barrow Yard, Ted? My brother-in-law was just retired from there. Not sure what he did. He wouldn't say, but I do know he trained in comms.
Yeah, it was in the Barrow Yard. Yeah, built shipyards there. I think my first ship was Invincible, and then after that it was mostly submarines. We did the Manchester as well. The Albion, things like that.
But that's all Ted's allowed to say.
When Ted worked on the Invincible, on the side it just said Invincible. Now it says Invincible star, not Invincible.
Yeah.
And at the bottom it's like not Invincible.
Was Invincible until we found Ted's missing spanner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Star.
I think now the Invincible just says like Gillette.
It just says HMS don't tempt fate.
Yeah. The worst sound here on a sub is I forgot to shut the watertight door.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that door.
Yeah.
Oh. I have to shut both of them.
Stuart Tucker's saying the Albion is in Plymouth at the moment.
Yeah. That's good.
Zesta says it's the HMS Invincible-ish.
Yeah. Yeah. Imagine on the submarine, it's like, did you close door B35? Oh. Somebody's closed the wrong door. You're going to die. That's not the reply you want.
Worst thing here on a sub would be your ears popping.
Well, I think the worst thing here on a sub would be a rivet popping, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, well, they do that on all the submarine films, don't they? Like the U-boat I was watching the other day, Das Boot.
I can actually remember word for word the dialogue when they first go down to do a dive test. Because if you watch the proper Das Boat series original, they have the dive test where they've got the reporter who's completely green and never been under the sea, and they're going down and you can hear rivets pinging, and this guy's like white as a sheet, and the engineer's there and he's saying, the shipyard certificate says we can go down to 90 meters, but we can go deeper. There's always a limit, of course. Eventually, the pressure is such the skin caves in, and this guy's like, his face just goes white because he's totally inexperienced, and this engineer's got this big beaming grin on his face. He's got what has he got, Ted? Decompression.
We're going to have to send him up now, a Roland Rat cat.
Oh god, there's probably still his Roller Rat merchandise out there, you know.
They did a reboot of it or something, or there was something more recently.
I don't know. I get the impression that I can't remember. I remember I found out who the voice actor was that did him and realised he'd been in the bill about a million times.
Wait a minute. What do you mean voice actor?
You say he weren't real?
He dubbed over because in reality, Roland Rat sounded like Dave Prowse, so they had to dub him over.
Ah, right. So the whole okay.
Because he was like, "All right, Rat fans, all right." Yeah, we can't use
Phil
that.
Harding does Roland Rat.
All right, Tony.
He would be brilliant doing voiceover work, wouldn't he, Phil Harding?
It'd also be a nightmare if you got him round to work on your garden, wouldn't it?
Oh,
Phil,
yeah.
give us an hand digging this flower bed out 5 hours later. We've got down 20 metres.
We're going to stuck another trench in over here.
Yeah, we've got down to the natural. So I tell you what, though, the worst thing about watching Time Team is every time I watch Time Team and go through the series, I really get the urge to go and dig a hole in my garden and see what's down there.
You do, don't you? You think, am I going to find some kind of Roman villa? And it's like,
no.
No, because the thing, like when I was a kid, and maybe this is a 70s thing, but when I was a kid, you'd go in the front garden and you would find the classic bits of clay pipe, and you'd find bits of blue tile.
Yeah.
Blue, what's it there?
Is it sport, they call it, or something like that?
But the thing is, these houses, before 1930, it was fields. So I've got no idea why we've got blue chinaware and clay pipes in our gardens. So I really want to dig down and see.
Did you try asking Mama Foxx if she's dropped a pipe and a plate?
Yeah.
No, they're everywhere though. It's blue willow web. Anyway, you say every now and then I'm like, Mama Fox, I want to go and dig a big hole, and I get the look. So I wouldn't want.
You need to just do it.
I'll dig a little.
I must admit, I'd like to go out and join a proper archaeological dig somewhere.
Oh yeah, it's fascinating.
Phil East says my mate was a gardener at the Royal York Hotel. They came in a pub one night fuming about Baldric and a farmer digging up his beds.
Yeah, but that can't be much fun when you set out to dig a 6 foot deep hole and all you've got is a brush and a trowel.
No, it's. I watched one the other night where they're in some place and they did day 1 and they left for the day, and they came back the next day and he says day 2, and somebody's stolen all our equipment from the trailer. They have a trailer on site. Well, it's like, so nobody's got a spade or a shovel apart from Phil, who's there with his spade, and he's like, Phil, why have you still got a spade? And he says, because this comes back to the hotel with me every night. I don't let this out of my sight.
The worst sound on a submarine is your mother's voice, says Sprugler Addict. And surely the worst sound is on a sub is breaking wind after a curry night. That could be, that's not. All that fresh air, all that air inside the submarine has to keep going round.
Yeah.
How many times has it been through people?
How many times do you breathe mariner trumps? Paul Lyne says there's an old sub film called Operation Petticoat with Cary Grant and Tony Curtis. There's a great line when the torpedo is fired, runs up the beach and blows up a truck, and Grant says, "We sunk a truck."
Yeah, that's one where they paint the submarine pink, isn't it? Because isn't the I can't remember his name. It was this sort of never mind. Carry on without me. Yeah, I can't think. If I don't know his name, he sort of purloined everything and stole everything from everyone.
Dave Cardboard says, "Yeah, you're here over the tannoy. Attention, all hands. We're out of loo rolls. We're going to have to improvise for the rest of this patrol." Yeah. Oh, that must be scary. Even out of walking along and suddenly getting wet feet, you're like,
Yeah, I don't think that should be in here.
Yeah.
Right, what are we up to? Are we up to what's in store?
Yeah, we kind of caught up.
It must be that time again, folks.
It can be that time, yeah. It's mine. Fox can do the intro because he likes doing the intro.
Okay.
I'll click on Fox so he can do the intro. I shall prep in the background while he's doing it.
Yeah.
Ready? Let me know.
Graham McRobert, before we go on, says, "Have I ever been to Faslane in Scotland?" Yes, I have. That's where I did my Marine unit training. Great place up there. Lovely spot as well.
Donald McKenzie says, "Go to sea on the boat. You won't take the mic after." But Ted has, because he used to be in the Marine. So Ted's done all that. Is it me doing it?
Right, we're on you, Fox.
Okay, so it's what's in store time. Over to Chris.
It's what's in store time. Yes.
I'm helping. Yes, it's what's.
Okay, I'll finish prepping later. That's fine. I'll just.
No, but it's what's in store time. As always, if you've not seen one of these before, I don't know how, but you know, we are going to go through a selection of items that are in the eModels store as we speak. Now we do a. Hang on, wait, hang on.
Go on, Fox. You can do this, mate.
Everything just broke at the same time then. Yes, we'll go through a selection of items, and there is a theme. Now, this week is a giveaway week, so we're giving away a mug if whoever gets the theme first. So what's going to happen is Chris is going to go through a selection of goodly items from the eModels store, and at the end of it, there will be a theme. At the end of it, he'll come back from showing you all these goodly items that you must purchase, and he'll say, "What's the theme? Go." And the first person to get the theme correct will win an eModels mug. Ted, will we win?
A mug.
That was phoned in, wasn't it? I was kind of hoping Chris had pressed the button, but never mind. Anyway,
I can press a button if it will help.
Go on, press the button.
eModels mug.
You have to make a noise when you press it.
Button. eModels mug.
You should go, "I'm pressing the button."
I've pressed the button, and the button's played and finished.
Okay, so you can win an eModels mug, because we're not doing a kit giveaway this week, so we'll do it week on, week off. This week is mug week. So yes, what you do is the first person to get the answer right in chat will get the mug. However, please, if you think you know what the answer is halfway through the what's in store, do not put it in chat. Until Chris says go, we will utterly ignore any reply that goes into the chat. And if you answer early, you give the answer away, somebody else might get in there when Chris says go. So don't do anything until Chris says go. Otherwise, we'll just point and laugh at you. There is a theme. I've got no idea what it is because I couldn't figure it out. So.
Yeah, and just a reminder, Ostric's been quite good there. He says he already has 2 mugs. I'll let somebody else win. Yeah, if you do already have a mug, you're quite welcome to take part again and win another one. But if you've got a mug and you'd like somebody else to win, don't answer it. Let them answer it, or don't answer it and then say, "Oh, give somebody else it."
Yeah, because that's a pain in the bum.
Yeah. So
and don't forget, of course, as these are things we've got in stock, we don't know how many models actually have in stock. So while Chris is going through, if any of these tickle your fancy,
which they will.
Don't sit there and think, "Oh, I might get that after the show." They might only have 1 in stock. So if you want something that you see,
slap it in your basket.
And remember,
it's not yours till you check it out.
Where did it come from?
Do they still need to do a refresh and drag, mate?
No. Oh, yeah, go on. So if you see something you like, get it in your basket and check it out there. And then even if you have to place 4 different orders, because there might only be 1 in stock, there might be 1,000. And don't forget to get round any lag between the chat and the video. Before you do anything, you have to hit the refresh button and drag. Refresh and drag the slide across.
We haven't done that for a few weeks,
refresh and drag. It's because we forgot.
Yeah.
Well done, Colin.
Yeah. And don't forget, of course, if you're the first person in your chat to get the answer right, that doesn't necessarily mean you're the first person to actually get it right, because you see the chat tailored to you. We see the chat as YouTube actually sees it. So don't panic if you don't win, but you look like you're first in your chat.
Yeah, I think we should write down all the terms and conditions and put them in the pre-roll just so the
we should have them scrolling up in 3 seconds.
Scrolling finger along my nose.
Anyway,
right. I shall click on me then and focus on me. It's all me.
Click on me. On you.
I shall share my screen as well, because that's the way we do these things. I shall share an application window, which is that one there.
Sharing the screen.
So there we go. That's what have I got? I've got that over there. I've got that here. All right, that's the one that I need there.
That's it. We've got.
Okay. Let me do that and make that bigger. That's as big as it gets.
Embiggened.
That's not very big. Why is that not very big? That's rubbish.
Don't worry, we can see it. It's taken up the whole screen. Don't worry.
Is it? It doesn't look like it is here, but it is there, but it's not here.
It's fine. Carry on.
Okay, I'll carry on.
Keep going.
Right, the first item we have today is the Hataka Modern Brazilian AF Paint Set Volume 1. There is more than one volume. This is the first one. It's for painting modern Brazilian Air Force planes things. It's very small, says Anders. It is very small. I'm going to correct it. I can't have it very small. I know you lot can't see it as being very small, but it is quite small. Give me a sec. I shall
it's full screen.
modify. I make that bigger.
Yeah.
Bing!
There
we go.
But that's Chris. Chris is small, so everything looks big to him anyway.
Everything looks further away. That's made everything bigger. It'll probably be hugely massive by the time I come back to us. But at the moment, that's what you're seeing. Right, there we go. So the Hataka Modern Brazilian AF Paint Set. It's got paints in it. How many has it got? Six paints in there. 17mm paints.
Now, the thing that amused me with this one is that AF obviously stands for Air Force, but if you're a young person on the internet, AF stands for something else completely different, which we won't talk about.
Yes, they are
AF,
as Brazilian AF paint.
I'm just looking at old Foxx.
It's very Brazilian, is what it would translate.
It's very, very Brazilian. Yes.
Very far away.
There we go. I should mention, before I go on to the next one, as Foxx said, these are all a theme. I don't have any red herrings. I think that's cheating. Foxx likes red herrings, but I think it's cheating, so I don't put them in. It is also linked to today. Today's date is featuring the theme. The theme features today's date. It's something to do with today, to make it a little bit easier for you. Because you might need some help with this one. Because it's for a mug. I thought I'd make it.
Don't say until Chris tells you to answer.
Challenging.
Because I couldn't get it till when he showed us earlier. I haven't a clue.
No. Well, that's the first one. The second one today.
It gives you a candy colour guide on that as well. It's like grey, 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 green.
There's a green, a grey, a grey, a grey, a grey, and a grey.
Do you think somebody went to the stores and said, "I've got any paint?" Well, I've got some grey. That'll do.
Well, it's not their fault. That's the way the Brazilians paint their planes.
And we thought Brazil was so... I nearly said Brasilia then. We thought Brazil was so colourful.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd think they wouldn't need to paint it grey. It would be sunshine colours underneath because the sun shines in Brazil.
It probably is, yeah. It's all blue underneath.
Got any sparklies on it at all.
Anyway, number 2 is the Bell Kits 124th Volkswagen Polo R Red Bull WRC World Rally Championship, I believe.
Yes.
Including etched parts, night racing parts included as well. So it, for some reason, is green.
I know. I was going to say it's supposed to be a white car, but it's moulded in the bright.
I don't know why.
Imaginable.
But you get all the roll bars and everything and stuff.
That's actually a CAD rendering, so it may not actually be the brightest green imaginable.
Oh, is it? Okay, that might be why.
That's a CAD rendering of the bits.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah. Oh! I've just googled Brazilian.
Oh God.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I want to clear your Google history now.
Yeah, we've lost Ted now. Right, I'll put it back onto the box art for that. There we go. So we have the Bell Kits Red Bull Polo. Right, number 3, because we have to include number 3 every time, and number 3 is obviously the one that everyone has to buy.
You have to buy number 3, whatever number 3 is.
Yeah,
number 3 is the Lindbergh 1:1 pumping heart, so life size. Real scale.
Yeah. I think when we showed this last, somebody said it would be a good idea at a party to have wine pumping through it. You could certainly get wine.
My lumpy pumping heart. No, silly.
Everyone's saying don't let Ted share his screen.
See, I don't think the guys watching might not be able to see the thumbnails, but I can see Ted's eyes getting wider and wider.
Yeah, your thumbnails are still there.
He's getting closer to his monitor.
How to get rid of it off the history?
How do I get rid of all these viruses that I've just downloaded?
God knows what Amazon's going to put up for the next week.
Oh, yeah, you don't know.
Yeah. Right, that was the 3rd item, the pumping heart. The 4th item is Revell's 172nd Leopard 1A5 and, I don't know about the bridge layer Biber? It wouldn't be Biber. It's nothing to do with Biber, is it?
Biber. Do you want to scroll through so we get a better look at that?
I'm sure there is a picture of the actual thing. There we go.
That looks stupid.
So does that mean that is the Leopard the tank, and you get the bridge thing as well?
Yeah, you get it's a bridge laying tank. I think you get.
You get both.
You actually get both.
You get 2. Yeah, you get the bridge layer and the tank. But that looks so Jerry Anderson. If it wasn't real, you wouldn't think it was a real thing. That's what Thunderflash lands on. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like 30 people have just got that reference because they're old. The rest of them are like, "What's Thunderflash? What?"
Yeah, Thunderflash.
But yeah.
I've got the music in my head now. The Thunderbirds actually.
I have. Yeah.
So yep, that's what you get in there. Two for the price of 2, but it's still only 20 quid. So you can't really go too far wrong with that.
1/72. That my camera's in the way. Is it 1/72?
It is, yes.
Yeah, it'd be a great little weekend project. That
It would, wouldn't it?
And if you go back to the sprues again, Chris.
Yeah, B3 said he needs that kit. It's so sci-fi.
Yeah. If you look at that, I mean, considering it's 1/72 scale, that's a goodly bit of parts on there.
Zach's saying Warhammer it up a bit.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, it does look like something that will come out of Thunderbird 2 pod, doesn't it?
It does.
If you wanted to Warhammer it, what you do is you'd take the bridge parts from the Bieber and you'd actually make them little rails upon which you put a 1/72 scale Saturn V rocket and make that look like a missile, because that'd be very Warhammer. But yeah, that's a great little weekend project, that. Not bad. And a lot of parts in that. So for 20 quid.
Not bad at all, is it?
That's pretty darn good, that.
Slap it in your basket.
Slap it in your bar.
Sorry, slap it in your basket.
Yeah, and remember, it's not yours.
Until you pay for it.
Until you've got permission. No.
Yeah. No. It's not yours.
It's not yours until she gives you that look.
It's not yours until the wife isn't looking.
Absolutely.
And then
right, number 4. That was 4. Number 5 is the Kinetic model. Kinetic's not a brand that I'm familiar with, but it looks nice. It's the Kinetic model kit's 1/48 J15 Flying Shark.
Slightly
I haven't got any more pictures for this, but it's 1/48, so it's a fair size.
Fair size, isn't it?
Yeah. Is that a bit like a F16, F14? I don't know what F18. I always get confused.
I don't know. J15. I don't know. It's Chinese Navy, so
Yes, it's completely stolen, probably. It's just,
yeah, I'm not sure how they number aircraft and things like that, or designate numbers or names to them.
But anything they call the Flying Shark's got to be cool.
Oh yeah, anything with shark in it, and it's 148, so it's going to be a nice big meaty kit. The beauty of modern fighter aircraft is they're massive. Like there's Darth Vader in the building. Yeah, World War II aircraft are kind of small compared, but 148th modern is like, yeah, you're getting a lot of model for your.
Paul Lyon says J probably means jet. It probably does. Yeah.
15 means it's not the 14th one.
There was 14
right. And the last one tonight, which I'm sure will give it away to all of you, is the ICM 124th Renault Type AG 1910 London Taxi. I
always never understood why the poor schmuck that drove this never got a roof over his head. Whoever thought that was a great idea in Europe or anywhere where there's rain and have no protection for the driver?
Yeah,
because it was from like the horse and carriage type thing, wasn't it, where you didn't have any protection.
Yeah, but it's like, I know we never had protection on these horse and carriage, but now we've got this whole new thing. Let's not bother inventing any kind of.
Yeah, but they didn't bother putting it. There's probably a reason for it with a horse and carriage, is there? That you've got to be close to the horse or something?
No, I don't think it's even to do with the horses and things like that, because we have a steamboat at work, and the helmsman sits outside in the rain, in the pouring rain, in the Lake District.
I mean,
it's probably just so you can't listen to your passengers.
Yeah, with the horse and carriage hackney thing, it's the luxury of being enclosed while the common driver sits outside.
Yeah, it's like a class thing, wasn't it? You know, the gentry were enclosed and the riffraff was outside driving it.
But they could have.
Yeah, that must be it.
While he was driving at 5 miles an hour, knocking down pedestrians all over the place.
Yeah, it's getting back to that poor mare that was deaf of the week, isn't it?
Deaf of the week.
B3 says, as always with Chris's, I don't have a Scoobies. Sprue says, I think I'll just go and buy a mug from eModels because I don't have a clue.
There's the model, Chris, by the way, in the.
There are some pictures. Let's have a look. We've got, I think it's a rendering again.
No, it's still mint though, isn't it?
It is. It's
some sprues there.
I've got all the chugga-boom noises in my head now. Nobody gets
wheels. Glass panels.
Glass
panels.
Four panels. Four
panels, because they're glass, isn't they?
Because it's a thing. Is it a thing?
It's a thing.
Right, so that's all of them. I'll go through them again, shall I?
I haven't a clue.
Will it help?
Because when we do these, we put a list up in our own personal private chat that all of us can see, and we get all day to sit and think about it. I haven't been able to figure this out all day, and it's going to be really bloody obvious as well.
If it helps, I'm not very good at figuring them out either.
Well, yeah, I'm not very good at doing thinking.
But yes, so we have the Hitaka Modern Brazilian AF paint set.
It's the very, very Brazilian paint set.
We have the Bell Kits 124th Polo Red Bull. We have the Lindbergh Pumping Hearts.
Pumping Harten gefahren, ja, das ist richtig.
Yeah.
We have the Revel 172nd Leopard and Bridge Blair.
Die Tank und die großen Tank, ja.
We have Kinetic Models 148th J15 Flying Shark.
Stolen Knocker Flying Machine, ja, das ist richtig.
And finally, we have the ICM 124th Renault 1910 London Taxi.
There you go. I can't think of a silly German thing to say.
Yeah, and you say, yeah, you did give us a clue at the start.
I shall stop sharing, and then have to play around a little bit. Oh no, it's back. It's back, and it's me, sort of, mostly. Is that? About. It's sort of me, but not really us. And
yeah, we'll be able to spot the clever people in a minute.
Yeah, see, it's made me huge. Look, I'm huge on the telly.
Yeah, he hasn't said go yet.
I'm just going to adjust the thing while you're still thinking about it and sorting things out. So
I will read out the last comment before Chris says. When Chris says go, I'll read out the last comment so we know which the first comment.
Okay, I haven't been looking at the comments. As people have been guessing already wrongly.
No, but I will read the.
Okay. Well, there we go. That's me back on the screen in the right size. So remember, it's based on today's date as well. So when you're ready, put your answer in. Go.
And the last answer before you said that was, I'm back to not having a clue. Yeah. So anything after that, the first one after that.
Yeah, so is the answer August the 17th?
If anyone
right, so you can all help me and see when the right answer comes up, yeah?
I've got no idea. Sprue says Cleats. Redland says Grand Prix. B3 says Games. Paul
yeah, we're not there yet.
Minor Model Companies, Anniversary. Paul Lines is probably in trouble if the first thing he remembers is Anniversary.
If nobody gets it, then I'll win the mug, right?
2 Bayers.
It's not Bears.
Bears.
It's not Senna.
Ted, bears. Oh, you're supposed to go, hey, when I do that. Never mind.
Not Belinda Carlisle's birthday. Not Massa.
Massa. Is this no? It's not. You said it wasn't a. I'm not saying the word. Shut up. I nearly said things then. Is this going to be?
I can give a hint in a minute if nobody gets it.
Pork
scratchings? No, that's not it.
Canadians,
no. Bridge, no. XX, says Donald McKenzie, no.
I think it's just blowing your kisses.
It's just, I thought it might be.
Then again, Triple X is what Ted's got on his screen right now. If you look at Ted's thumbnail, he's not looking at the camera. He's looking at
B3 saying VJ Day.
Yeah, no, it's not. Olivia Newton-John, no, it's not.
Sally Jack.
I'd be interested to know how you come up with some of these answers. That's the interesting thing for me.
Yeah, just don't Google Brazilian.
I just put
Daniel Day-Lewis's right foot, no. Not river crossings, no. I'll give a subtle clue. It is a birthday.
It's not my birthday.
Not your birthday, no.
That's the only important birthday there is. Date when the
Cheese and onion. No, it's not cheese and onion.
Date when the London Bridge was built. No. Christian Horner. Don't know who that
No.
is. Vietnam.
Vietnam, no.
I don't think Vietnam had a birthday. Being a country and everything.
Perhaps I should have done this What's in Store a lot earlier.
Well, I did do a deliberately difficult one, but I didn't think it was this difficult.
You're saying
Fox.
Princess Anne?
No.
Ian Thompson says Fox are blessed, but I don't know why, because I've already forgotten what I said.
Why not?
Oh, is it because I said that would be an ecumenical matter? The same way you pick Guinness Records, Chris, random as F.
Yes,
random AF. Like Brazilian AF.
Daughter's birthday, no, not
Robert
submarines.
De Niro.
Tim Young is correct. Robert De Niro.
Hey?
There we go.
What?
Congratulations, Tim.
Who?
What?
Robert
You're
De
going to
Niro.
explain the living crap.
Tim Young. Well done. Robert De Niro. There you go.
Okay, we need the explanations now.
Yeah, that's thin.
It's not as thin as you might think, really. Let me. I'll share my screen again. Hang on.
Yeah, they're all going, what?
I thought people might, but yeah. Right. Let's pop back to sharing my screen.
Where's the flying
I shall
shark?
share
Yeah,
that screen once again.
Tim Young should tell us where he got that answer from.
Yeah, because...
Yeah, that's impressive, mate.
Right.
Right. I'll just put this somewhere. Right. Let's start at the beginning, shall we?
In the beginning, there were dinosaurs, and then Robert De Niro was born.
Oh, Taxi Driver.
Hang on, wait.
Well, that's the last one,
Cool,
but that's not the first one is Brazil.
Brazil. I don't get it.
Film, isn't it?
He was in Brazil.
Was he? What?
He played Harry Tuttle in Brazil.
Did he?
Yeah, I'll get it now because, yeah.
The next one, Raging Bull,
Oh.
Okay.
because it's the Red Bull. Pumping Heart, he was in Angel Heart.
Yeah.
I don't know any Robert De Niro films.
Next up, this one's a bit trickier, even by my brains. But he played the Archbishop of Peru in The Bridge of San Luis Rey.
Yeah, we're all sitting here and we're like...
I love the way Chris's ones always end with lots of deep sighs.
And this one, obviously, he played. He was in The Shark Tale.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone got that one from Taxi Driver.
So hang on, wait a minute. Go back to Brazil. Tuttle was,
Brazil, that's the beginning.
Tuttle was the main character, wasn't he?
I believe so. Yeah.
That wasn't Robert De Niro.
It's on.
The English bloke, his name I can't remember.
It probably was. It was a long time ago, but
It was the guy that played one of the religious dudes in Game of Thrones, whose name I can't remember, who played the main character in Brazil.
Tim Young.
according to the Internet Movie Database,
Yeah, Tim Young
he's
saying
credited
Phil
as Harry
Brazil.
Tuttle in Brazil. People in chat can dispute it if they like, but
Unless I'm thinking of the other character who's on.
you might be thinking of somebody else.
Spruglu Addict says, Jimmy Williams, if you're reading this, give him a slap.
Yeah.
It's all right, folks. It's mine next week, so it'll be as easy as anything.
I shall stop the screen sharing now.
B3 says, I'm considering withdrawing Chris's patronage till he stops being silly.
So who won that? I've forgotten already. Who won it?
Oh, Tim Young's, wasn't it?
Was it Tim Young?
Yeah, it was Tim Young.
Okay.
Yes, it was Tim. Tim did win. Yes.
So well done, Tim. You've won yourself a mug. So all you need to do is send an email to that address there, if I'm maximum on screen, Ted at eModels.co.uk in the top left of the screen.
Yeah.
Your name, your address, just in case we need a mobile number, just in case the courier needs to call you to say it's in the door. So your name, address, and phone number, and we'll forward that on to the eModels guys and get them to send you a mug. Just put in the title of the mail that you want a mug. Okay.
Yeah, considering that you give a lot of film links to a group of modelers that usually sit in darkened rooms.
Yeah, but I mean, also to be fair, I'm just looking at some of the comments that have come through now. Philly says he got Taxi Driver.
Yeah.
So that's all right. Philly also says, to be fair, that's pretty well played, Chris. So yes, people do like it. That's all right.
Yeah. Dave Carble says, De Niro was the gorilla plumber in Brazil.
I'm looking it up now.
I don't know.
To be honest, I've never seen any of them.
You've never seen Brazil?
No, I've never seen that.
You have,
Taxi Driver.
you have to watch Brazil.
Tim says, just been watching Once Upon a Time in America, so he came to mind. Can't wait for the mug. Emery's crazy jealous.
Good film.
Yeah, and if you think I'm going to Google search Brazil now, you've got another thing coming.
No, Google search has come back with things totally different than what you're looking for, Ted.
Yes, I've just remembered he did play a commando, because Osric says a commando plumber. I remember it now. Commando plumber in Brazil. Not Norman Tuttle, because that was the main character played by
Harry Tuttle. That's what it said on Internet Movie Database. But
maybe it was. I can't remember what the main.
That's as much research as I did.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, normal lane service will resume next week.
Yeah.
EMG Thompson says, I'm going to go and have to watch Brazil now.
Brazil is a great film.
It's been a long time since I've seen it, but
classic,
yeah.
Whatchamacallit? Who's the guy, the director? I forgot his name. Did all the work on Python.
I can picture it, but I can't. Yeah,
I can't remember it. Yes, I remember who De Niro played now. It wasn't the main character, so I'm getting the name confused. I remember he was in it. I was getting confused.
Terry Gilliam.
Yes, that's the one. Yes, I thought Norman Tuttle was the name of the main protagonist, but it's not, obviously. So yes, I know.
Sam Lowry was the main character played by Jonathan Pryce.
That's it, Jonathan Pryce. I thought I'm getting
playing Prince Philip, isn't he, in The Crown?
He is. He's playing a crown.
I think Tuttle was the main character in a different film that we're probably both thinking of.
Yeah,
I think Tuttle was the FBI guy in Street Hawk. That was Norman Tuttle.
Might be. So that explains why Spid said Street Hawk.
Yeah, FBI agent. Yeah,
with a name like Tuttle, it's something like off The Last of the Summer Wine, isn't it?
It's in my head now. Only one man knows Jesse Mack's secret. Special agent, FBI special agent Norman Tuttle. Da, 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 da. 13 episodes. All garbage. Classic. Yes, Brazil's a good film. You should all watch it. It's fantastic. Classic Terry Gilliam. Makes no sense at all, but you have to watch it.
Right, good. Yeah, so, a bit of film. But yeah,
Wise and Andrew Preston. No, Terry Gilliam. It's weird. Just watch it.
Right. That killed a bit of time, didn't it?
Haven't you got to do your thing from last week?
Is it a thing? I've got to do my thing from last week.
Yeah, we've got to do my thing from last week.
Can I just mention that it's Colin's turn next week for what's installed?
Oh, yeah, that's what I said. Normal service will resume next week, so it'll be super easy, folks.
Yeah, it'll be like colours or something, or they all start with the same letter or something.
Model kits that have got tanks in them.
Yeah, it'll just be what's a thing, isn't it?
This week's theme is things that eModels sell.
Yeah.
Thing on the shelf.
This week's theme is things that are in tabs in my browser. Right, let me know when it's locked on me and I'll do a screen share. I'll start screen sharing now.
Yep, so hurry, folks. You've last call, please, for entrance to the last week's giveaway. Go on and make a comment on last week's video. Hurry, hurry, hurry.
Hurry, 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 do. Let me know when it's locked on me, folks.
It's locked on you.
Yay! Okay, before we get going, we have had this wonderful picture sent in. It's on the eModels Facebook page now. Who's this? I've forgotten who's done it now already. Michael Jackman, that's it. I'm so confused today. Yes, Michael Jackman sent in a picture. We do say send pictures to Ted's email address so we can show them on the stream, but more often than not, we never get a chance to get them up ready. But luckily, Pete Mate picked it up and put it on the Facebook page. So Michael Jackman has sent in this photo. He's finally completed his Lockheed F-16 CJ 1/32 scale, which is the size of a house. And so a good job on it there. So I just wanted to quickly share that while the screen's sharing on me. We do all want to know what that little thing in the bottom left-hand corner is that looks like a walkie-talkie or a scanner or something.
Yeah.
Is there something illegal happening there with scanning military purposes, or are you? Is it a special walkie-talkie? Like, can you make me a brill, please, and bring it in?
Don't know. You're not sharing your screen yet.
Anything, mate.
I'm not sharing it. Oh,
that's why I was confused as to what you're talking about because I couldn't see it.
Right, share. Right, there we go. We're sharing now.
That's better.
Oh, you could have told me that before I did all the talking. Yes. So anyway, Michael Jackman sent this in. There you go. All the words I said a minute ago relate to it. It's the 132nd F-16 CJ's been working it for. But we want to know what the little thing is in the bottom left. We think it's a scanner, or like I say, a walkie-talkie for ordering a brew when you're in the man cave. But we want to know.
Yeah, and do you say over and out?
Yes, unless it's something illegal, in which case just don't say anything.
Yeah, Roger.
If it's something illegal, probably don't have it in the picture next time.
1 cup of tea required in headquarters.
Or you've got to go.
Danny boy to broadsword,
Yeah.
Cup of tea, please. It's a speaking spell, says Phil Lewis. Yes, so it was quite handy that Pete Mate was able to get the email and upload the picture to Facebook while he was having his dinner, probably. Upload to Facebook so we could quickly pull it off Facebook. Because the problem with the email is we can't do a screen share from the email because we can't show the email inbox. So we'd have to get the image, download it to Google Drive, and then mess about trying to get it on there and show it. So we don't often get a chance to do it before the show goes live. So it's nice that Pete, because we can just pull it straight off the Facebooks.
Tim Young, I've just received your email. Thank you.
I just heard that email arrive on my mobile phone. I don't know why I said mobile phone. It's say phone. It's like 1955 in it all over again. Paul Lyne says the calculator for working out how much he needs to tell his wife the model cost. There's a lot of number keys on that thing. Anyway, that's what Michael sent us, so thank you for that. What we do need to do, though, is find out what we were giving away last week, and I've actually forgotten to pull up what the prize was. They have a quick remind me.
Just can't get the
stuff.
I know. Let me stop staring for a minute because then I need to go into a private secret message thing.
Yeah.
Oh. If you can take the camera off me.
I have done. Yes.
Okay. Is it not showing my screen now?
It's not showing your screen now. You are free to arrange your tabs as you feel.
You are free to stealthily supply the linkage required.
I need to go into a super secret Facebook chat and press a button. That's the one there.
That button. This button or that button?
Oh, such a spoon.
You're not sharing your screen yet.
No, I am going to again share my screen very quickly. Hang on.
You're still not sharing your screen yet.
Not yet.
Are you sharing your screen, mate?
He's not sharing his screen yet.
There you go.
Ooh,
now he is.
There he is.
There we go. So that is what we were giving away last week. Was the Italeri 172nd F-14A Tomcat.
Yeah.
I showed Michael's playing because it's an F-16, whatever it was, the thing. So yeah, it's kind of relevant. So yeah, we were giving away this 172nd Tomcat, which even at 172nd will still be a bit of a hefty big kit.
Yeah,
like I said before, modern jet aircraft, they're kind of enormous.
Yeah,
they're not small puppies. It's got a lot of nice bit of detail in there. So that's what we're giving away. And we asked you to put some comment or other on last week's video, and I've got no idea what
it was either a comment about Top Gun, Top Gear, or just general comment.
Oh, anything with top. So if you haven't had a chance to put a comment on there yet, you've got about 10 seconds to get a comment on last week's video.
I think you've probably got a little bit more than that, because Michael Jackman's answered. He says, it's a Uniden UBC 125XL scanner capable of picking up all aircraft and civil and military and a lot more besides. Retails about £120.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So it's an aircraft scanner for some reason.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is what you're going to win. So we've got a load of comments. I'm going to refresh the page now to see how many comments we've got. We had 28 comments.
Yay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the URL. If you haven't already put a comment on there, you've got a bare few seconds to get in there.
Yeah.
Before I select the comment at random.
That's pretty good odds, really. Even 1 in 28 is pretty good odds.
Yeah. So I'm going to put my link down there, and we're going to get the YouTube comments. 28 comments, unique. So, are you ready? Give me a drum roll or a countdown or I don't know.
Boom, 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 boom.
Bish.
3, 2, 1.
Pow.
Names.
And the winner is Sprue and Glue. Oh my God.
Well done.
Happy
I don't remember what comments we wanted.
I know. I don't know what OMGY just Y means, but well done. Well done, Brew and Glue.
Well done, mate.
Yeah, when you've won yourself the Italeri 172nd F14A Tomcat.
Mm-hmm.
So all you need to do is let me put that down. All you need to do is you need to send an email to that address up there, ted@emodels.co.uk. We'll need your name, your address, and we will need your phone number because they have to put it on the shipping document. Name, address, and phone number, and tell us that you won that kit, which I've closed it down now, but you'll see it on last week's video, that F14, and we will get the guys to send that out to you. So well done.
Good.
Sprue Glue seems to be confused that he won. He didn't.
Yeah, I think there's
Sprue and Glue.
Between Sprue and Glue and Sprue Glue Addict. Who was it who won again, Foxx?
Oh, it was Sprue and Glue.
It was Sprue and Glue, yes.
Sprue Glue Addict. I didn't say that.
It's only
It wouldn't be Sprue Glue Addict because he never wins anything.
Did I say that out loud with words and everything?
No, I didn't know.
Okay, Sprue and Glue. Oh my god. Yeah, so well done. So yeah, send an email, and it is the F14 Tomcat. The SKU number, if you want it, is the F14A Tomcat it's #1414. That's the code number for the kit, so you know which one. Send an email to Ted, and we'll pass that on to the guys at eModels.
And if you didn't win and you do like it, I'm sure there's still some more in stock, so you can go along.
Yeah.
Slap it in your basket.
Sprue Glue Addict says Forge.
Fudge sticks and broom handles, mate.
Yes. B3 says it's probably good that I didn't win it. I had plans to interfere with it a lot.
In a nice way, I'm sure.
Oh, right. I think that about rounds.
Just quickly puts a thing saying that 2 hashtag numbers on the website are the same model. Can you just send a mail to Ted, and then we'll forward it on to the guys, because we don't actually work for eModels, so we don't have access to the stock and stuff.
And we'll forget it being a message there.
Yeah, so send an email to Ted just saying that those 2 products have the same product. It might be 2 variants of the same kit. You never know.
Yeah. Anyway, that seems to have rounded it up for tonight.
Earthy.
Yes, we said, and the temperature's actually rising.
It's actually really, really warm.
It's getting warmer.
Yeah, I think it's getting warmer.
Definitely getting warmer.
Play some Xbox after this, but it's too damn warm.
Yeah.
Too hot. It's too hot. Yeah. So yeah, we'll close down and turn all the lights out and everything now, and we'll do it all again next week. Thank you very much for joining us, everybody. Coming over tonight, been a great time. And we'll do it.
If you're in the Manchester area, we'll hand you over now to either Radio Piccadilly or.
Yeah.
Don't forget to switch off your set and have a good night.
For those of you who want to join us to the dark depths of the morning, please tune
in. Reference there that nobody will have got, but never mind.
Yeah.
That was my best Colin Weston impression.
Yes. So we're going to go. I will see you all next week. So next week, good night. Rat fans.
Adios, neighbours.
Keep waving.
I'm not going to press the button for a little while yet. I'm just going to leave it.